Shake it, girl. What? Yeah. Wicka, 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 wicka.
It's a show about white belts talking about jiu-jitsu. We don't know what we're talking about, but it's a white belt show. White show talking about jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 8 of White Belt Radio. I'm Pete. We got Tony over there.
Yep.
And we got Cyrus over there.
Hi, guys.
All right, so we got a late one tonight. What is it, 9:30? Ooh, wow, it's late tonight. Wow, yeah.
Oh, feeling naughty.
I should be getting ready for bed now. Whoa. Fuck, I'm
Do you go
old.
to bed at 9:30?
I try to get in bed by 10.
TV's off
Really?
at 10:30, dude. I'm stretching.
Yeah, I'm trying to train tomorrow, dude.
Dude, I knock out at like 12, maybe like 1 or 2.
Every night?
That's usually where I end up falling asleep, but I try to fall asleep by 10.
Well, I got like work at like 9.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to wake up a lot later. The only problem is I wake up a lot later, but then I also leave work a lot later.
I would stroll into work at like 9:30, and I'd still be in bed by 10:30.
Do you do anything before work?
Masturbate? I mean, like, what do you want
Oh
from
my
me?
God.
What do you want?
I didn't want anything from you.
Did you want to put me on the cross now? Is this what it is? No. Okay, wow. Congratulations, you
Damn,
win.
slow down, sorry. You killed us at the end of last episode, all right? Fuck. Don't start so quick. God damn.
No, I can't start quick.
What if-
I like to start my morning?
What if this is how Cyrus starts his stand-up career?
Yes.
God damn.
It de-stresses me, okay? God.
All right, no, I'm saying...
Honest question, though. Do you really jerk off in the morning?
Why not?
Okay. Just one.
You know, I this is what I do. I'll tie it into jiu-jitsu as well.
And I didn't want this to happen.
I'll tie this into jiu-jitsu as well.
Okay, sure. You don't have to.
No, don't tie that into
I'm just
the
curious.
I am dirtying jiu-jitsu with
Oh
this.
my God.
I do it before work.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
I do
Does
it
it take
before
the edge
jiu-jitsu.
off? Oh! That's weird. Why do you do it before?
Do you
How is
fear
it dirty?
man-inspired boners?
No. So I mean, like,
That sounded
Why are
like
you dodging the question?
Yeah, that sounded like a dodge. to me.
first of all,
You gotta
first
be-
of
All
all,
right, Donald Trump over here is
first
trying
of
to
all,
dodge a question.
if I ever did get one, that would be
feel like-
a very painful experience.
It's a bit dodgy.
I feel like a lot of the suits
feel like
that we
we got-
wear are very rough. So that wouldn't be a very beneficial
I
thing
feel
to
like
have.
we got him in the interrogation
during
room.
roles-
Like,
during
during
roles.
on him over here.
It's not like my main thing is
I tried to push past this conversation.
you want to push past this?
Just keep going,
Just
I guess.
get it out
Go
quick.
for it.
Come on.
Just don't
Once
take us
again,
on a
with this
wild
get it out
ride.
quick thing.
Just go.
You got to romance it first.
Just finish, please.
No, I mean, de-stresses you.
That's
I mean,
what
you
she
get-
said, by the way.
You
Just finish, please. Sorry, go on.
They always say that.
Okay, go.
Gets switches gears also, but like overall, it's just I don't know.
It's
stress
center-
I
from
don't
work.
it
do that. I like
centers
to be
you.
angry getting in
It's-
there, man.
You want to get in there angry? I want to get in there
Yeah,
zen.
I wanna be in there- no,
I want to
man.
get in there like
It centers you.
yeah.
Zen Shmen. I get intimidated walking through that door. I need a little bit of giddy up.
Opposite. I don't want that giddy up. I want to come in there calm, relaxed. I want to make smart moves.
Post jerked.
Yeah. You saw
Fair.
that one guy from the Death Squad. What's his face? God, what's
Gary
his?
Tony?
I think that's the one. He went on. We watched one episode or one match of his, and dude looked like he was relaxed the entire time. Like he would give up a position because he's going into the next one, but the guy was chill.
And
the
this
entire time.
justifies your masturbation.
Absolutely. If it gets me there, hey, fuck it.
Yeah. I guess you got a point.
All right. Just pray nobody at our gym hears this.
Okay, well, here's my thing. So it's not like
Which is why we don't say gym names.
it's
why
not
we
like
don't
I'm
say where we're
jerking
from.
off into like my suit.
and Cyrus, like you know it's us. Like
Yeah,
we're
but-
buddies.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm jerking off on like my
All right, let's
jeans.
just move past this.
rolling with you
This has
guys.
gone down a wild
It's
road.
like a very clean
Okay.
process.
No, that's fair, that's fair.
Anyways, it's not fair.
No,
Going
there's people
on.
that'll probably relate
Huh?
with that.
All right. Fair
But you
enough.
got guys out washing their geese. There's some
That's
stanky.
gross.
There's
I
some
will say that
stanky
is
geese.
more
I wash
gross.
the shit out of everything. I don't
I
fuck
wash
with
it
that.
What I
every
was
time.
getting at with morning routines was like you don't go for a run or like read or something like that. That's what I like to do.
My main thing was I wanted to get
to work
squats
out.
out of the way. Mm-hmm. Squats are one of the things. Not even lifting like squats, like just air squats.
yeah. Gets your blood flowing. I like that.
Gets your blood flowing. One of our instructors was saying that like when you're when people get you in guard, when you stand up, it's awesome to have like that squat
Just in
power
life, it's
behind
awesome
you.
to have
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just in my everyday life.
And doing 100 squats every day in the morning,
Yeah.
like in the beginning at least, it sucks, but it's still good.
Yeah, that's actually that's one of the things I did towards the beginning, like my first 6 months. Like my first couple classes, I was like, wow, I am not in shape for this. I'm not ready for all of this. So I did a bunch of like squats, like you're saying, push-ups, like a lot of calisthenic stuff in the morning to try and bring myself up to that level until I,
You
got
did a
there
lot
with
of
it.
ab work too, right?
Did a lot of ab work too, like
ABC
leg
ones.
lifts and stuff, and ABCs and all that stuff. Yep.
What's ABC?
ABCs is like a leg lift, except you're spelling out the ABCs
With
with
both
your
legs?
with both your legs. Yeah. So you A, B, all the whole alphabet. Yeah. So
about
it's
breathing
like
stuff?
24 complicated leg lifts.
Yeah.
What's that?
Do
Breathing?
you guys do breathing stuff before?
Like in the morning or in class?
Like before class or even in the morning?
Not really. I mean, if we do somebody has a more yoga style of stretching warm up stuff, like he likes to concentrate on breathing, but nothing really geared only towards breathing.
Yeah.
You know,
We've
like
got,
we don't do like Wim Hof stuff,
Yeah, we've got
which I would like to get into eventually.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
We've got a black belt. He's a black belt now, but when I started, he was brown belt.
Hmm.
And he's like borderline a Wim Hof certified trainer kind of.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he
What?
goes all his seminars and.
It's
he's,
so
like,
cool to
pretty good
have-
with his breathing and.
I'd be down for
he's
that.
doing psychedelics too, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
So we get talking pretty good about that, but he'll start every class like we do like a just a kind of an open mat roll every Friday at 11 a.m. And he'll start the class with just like 5 deep breaths in, not all the way out, and then on the 5th breath you just hold it, and it gets you pretty buzzed. It's pretty cool, and then we'll do
Yeah.
it 3 times. So I've been doing it. Well, I've kind of moved this to a before bed thing just because of how it clears my brain out, which is pretty cool. I'll do the 5 breaths, and then I'll do a 30 breaths all the way in, not all the way out, which is more of like a Wim style. All the way in, not all the way out. On the 30th breath, I blow it all the way out, and then just hold it for as long as I can. And it's pretty cool because your body's getting like this panic response, and you're learning how to overcome this panic response because you're so saturated with oxygen from taking those deep breaths. You have oxygen to hang out for a while, but your body doesn't think that, so it starts to panic.
Yeah.
But you have plenty of oxygen to push through that panic, so you're kind of getting used to that panic response, and like being able to like relax through it. And it's crazy because this black belt at my gym, he's been doing it for so long that he says that he's so comfortable overcoming that panic response that he'll hold his breath until he passes out, like quite often because he's so comfortable passing it. You know
That's
what I mean?
crazy.
Yeah, and he says that sometimes he'll just be sitting on his porch in the morning, or he's standing doing his breathing in the morning, and he'll just pass out. And his wife's like, "God damn it."
I played with that a little bit after
Yeah.
a competition, trying to get better and try to deal with that panic response, but I've never gotten consistent enough with it to actually say it works or not. But I have seen somebody warming up before a competition doing the whole Wim Hof thing, even
Yeah, I mean, he
slapping
says all
their
the
head and
time. He
everything,
says, like, for all those coaches, I mean, this is just, his opinion. He's competitive. He's a black belt. He's awesome. But he says his opinion basically is like, when people tell you to slow down your breathing when you're really, really fired up, he's like, I'm pretty confident that that's wrong. He's like, what you should do is speed up your breathing. So
To
that you
oxygenate,
saturate.
yeah.
So that you're saturating, and then after you saturate, you can slow it down. You know?
Right,
So that's
right.
what
I
he
see what
thinks.
he's getting at.
Yeah.
I think what people are getting at when they say slow down your breathing is really just slow down your mind and like more of like a settle down.
Yeah.
And the breathing helps that.
Totally.
But in terms of physical output, no, you should be increasing your breathing.
You should be like if you see sprinters and stuff, they're breathing so hard.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I was just on the air bike, and I had to be breathing hard. I had to force myself to breathe hard if I wanted to get through it.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's wild because I'd love to get him on this podcast, but there's a new white belt at my gym, and he's an older guy. He's like, and I was just kind of like noticing that he's a little bit different. Like he doesn't sit down; he sits in like this perfect squat. And I'm like, well, what is this guy up to? He's like super mobile. And I roll with him, and he doesn't have much technique right now, but a lot of the time he'll just outwork me. He's in great shape, And this week, I want to say it was Monday, after class, I just asked him. I was like, "Well, what's going on here, man? Now, like, you're super mobile. Like, are you cross training or are you a CrossFitter? Or like, well, what's the deal? You know?"
Yeah.
And it turns out he's a swim coach at like the university in local university.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's a swim coach, and he's also
Swim
a peak performance coach.
What does that mean?
So he knows all these like performance coaches, celebrities like Kelly Starrett and Brian McKenzie. All these, he knows this upper echelon of performance coaches. You know, they're like good friends of his, and he starts getting into breathing too. And he starts explaining to me like what he has his swimmers do, because swimmers are doing like 80% of their work holding their breath. You know, so they have to understand how to really like manage high.
Right. If you don't breathe at the right time,
Yeah.
you're breathing water.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, and they do a lot of the work holding their breath. They'll do like 3 strokes, then take a breath, 3 strokes, take a breath. You know what I mean? Whatever their capacity is.
Yeah.
So he starts walking me through other stuff that he has his athletes do that I want to start getting into. And his difference stuff that he's doing is he's breathing in through his nose. He says that he's trying to teach himself how to roll and only breathe through his nose. And that's an ideal scenario for him.
What is his rationale behind that?
Supposedly, and I don't know because I've never done it, is you get way more oxygen when you're breathing in through your nose.
Interesting. I've heard that you should breathe through your nose because there's more filter in your nose. You got those nose hairs to filter out, so it's better for you.
It is not intuitive. Like when he said that, I was like, huh? But I'm guessing this guy knows what he's talking about, you know?
I mean, that sounds more like what the other coaches are saying and getting at when they say slow down your breathing, as opposed to the Wim Hof style that you're talking about. It seems contrary to the Wim Hof thing.
He didn't sound super sold on the Wim Hof stuff.
Yeah.
And he said, well, why
It's so weird that there's controversy with how to breathe.
Oh, man, it's awesome.
You know?
I was blown away.
You could fucking
about this
debate
conversation.
everything. God damn it.
Mm-hmm. He was telling me, okay, he's like, try this. And he's like, okay, do your 30 breaths like you're doing it.
Mm.
Okay? He's like, keep doing that and do them in your mouth, out your mouth. And then he said, do 20 breaths in your nose, out your mouth. And do the same thing where the last breath you breathe it all out and hold it.
Yeah.
And they said, and then do 10 in your nose, out your nose. So that you're slowly teaching your body, you know what I mean, taking like little baby steps and how to like incorporate your nose.
Oh, he's not doing a
breathing.
comparison. He's saying to transfer over.
Exactly.
To the new style.
Yeah,
Okay.
and but he was saying too that like if he has, any athletes with some like history, if they have any like problems in their childhood, that a lot of times his breathing techniques will break them down.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that it can get psychedelic, and that it can get.
So wait. So by this rationale, does he tell his swimmers to breathe through their nose?
He does. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's like a huge proponent of breathing through your nose, and it was crazy because like all these
I
other
would
white
not have
belts.
guessed that.
I know it's not intuitive at all. And all these other white belts were like, "Dude, you don't know that?" And I'm like, "What the fuck? No, I don't know that. Like, we've never had this conversation."
I can get behind like remaining calm and breathing through your nose. I guess could help that. It's like no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like a non-panic mode.
Yeah.
But in terms of how much oxygen you're getting, really?
Right. So he turned me on to a book by I want to say it's by Brian McKenzie. And
Why does that name sound familiar?
I just got plugged into this guy. I don't know. He's some breathing coach. He's some strength coach, and he's from around here, local.
Oh, good. Dropping hints.
Yeah.
Huh?
And he's got a book called Stealing Fire, which I guess
That sounds
is
so fucking familiar.
I know. We must have heard it on another podcast. Maybe Rogan.
Yeah,
talked about it.
probably
I don't
Rogan
know.
or something.
Yeah. But he said it's an awesome book.
Maybe
and
Aubrey
he
Marcus.
compares. He says he compares peak performance athletes and says what they're doing and common denominators and all this stuff. So that's next on my list once I finish the 2 books that I'm trying to finish now. But it's a peak performance comparison book, which is pretty cool. So it's just awesome that I got plugged into that talking to another white belt, which is why I kind of wanted to have this podcast in the first place.
Yeah. That'd be cool to bring him on.
I know.
Eventually.
Maybe if we get some sort of traction, we can bring him on and have him talk about this stuff because
Yeah.
that's super, super interesting to me.
The cool thing with this setup is we can take it anywhere. We don't have to have him over here. We can bring him wherever we want.
Yeah, and
Or you can
we
bring him
can
over here,
wear ski masks so
Yeah,
nobody
just
sees
so
our
nobody-
faces.
yeah.
Ski mask. I got a horse mask and a chicken head in my trunk.
Yeah.
Me being the creepy guy that I am, apparently. Some masturbating. Brought it back.
Why would you bring it
Really
back?
funny. I remember when I was playing sports, I did a little bit of rugby. I started with the track team for a bit, and I played a little bit of football. they said the exact same thing. They said you always breathe through your nose, out your mouth.
Yeah.
When you're running, when you're sprinting, when
Out
you're doing long
through your
distance.
mouth.
Out of your mouth.
You
in your
were
nose,
saying
out
in
the
and
mouth.
out through your nose, Tony?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll correct that next time. I don't know. I know it's in through your nose,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't tell you right now if he means out through your nose too. I know Rogan will, when he's commentating in the UFC, is watching that in fighters, whether they're breathing with their mouth open.
Right.
And
yeah.
that's a way of him
Giveaway of
saying,
them
yeah,
tired.
that's a giveaway of their fatigue level.
Yeah.
Um,
Doesn't
so
that say, like people will spit out their mouthpieces trying to get more air in?
Yep. Yeah, he's like, he's really, really pulling in air through his mouth, which
Yeah,
is
he took a
a
deep
sign
breath,
that he's
yeah.
super exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're doing that too, and it's something that I definitely want to explore.
The weird thing is, I never understood why they told me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think for some reason in my head, I always thought that when you're breathing in through your nose, you're taking in less oxygen, so you're not overwhelming your body, or like trying to make it so you breathe faster or anything like that. I always thought that when you breathe in with your nose, it's a slow draw, and then you exhale, so it helps you slow down your breathing rather than like breathing quickly through your mouth.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they would be making more sense actually then.
Okay, so we have Google's. I don't know why we're.
Because I figured it would
try.
take too long to look it up.
Yeah, let me just read you something here.
All right.
This is from a website called Optimal Breathing, and it says breathing.
So you know it's right.
Breathing through the nose, and these guys must know something if they're.
Something about
Just lay it on me.
optimizing
If they
the
made a website.
breathing.
The lungs
aspect.
are a primary source of our energy level. They extract oxygen from the air we breathe primarily on the exhale. Because
Really?
yeah. Primarily
Interesting.
on the exhale. It's
Whoa,
fucking
I don't know.
wild. I didn't know that. Because the nostrils are smaller than the mouth, air exhaled through the nose creates back pressure when one exhales. It slows the air escape so the lungs have more time to extract oxygen from them. What the fuck? Yeah.
Interesting.
Not wild? Yeah, I mean, I didn't know we were processing
Wow.
oxygen on our exhale. I didn't know that.
Yeah, me neither.
That kind of makes sense in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a normal thing in yoga to bring it out of your nose.
I've seen both. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Or
Yeah.
in through the nose, out through the nose. Like they change it up on different times.
Yeah.
And you see Hickson's breathing on Choke, that documentary Choke. Like he'll do nose, 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 in, out, in, out, in, out. And then he'll go nose, mouth, and then he'll go mouth, 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 mouth. You know?
Whoa.
So maybe there's different breathing techniques for different things or different stages in the techniques. I don't
Yeah.
know. Again, White Belt Radio.
Yeah.
Don't know what we're talking about. Yeah. Except it's about masturbation, and Cyrus, he knows about that.
And I will be your guru. If you ever have any questions, let me
The
know.
spank black belt.
Gave me great forearms.
All right.
Great for grips.
The grips
How's your breathing technique when you're masturbating?
into the nose or what?
You know what? It really. Are we gonna go back into this? Are you gonna bring me into this? Because
Okay,
I
we'll
will go.
stop.
I will go down this road.
We'll stop.
I work on really holding my breath. Really just takes me there.
I thought it couldn't get better. It just got better.
So that's the reason why I go ahead of time, because a lot of people are choking me, and that's
Stop.
no one thing
This TV's kind of distracting me.
I wanted
Should
to
I turn it off?
notice.
Yeah.
Or
That was a
one-
cool fight, though. We were just watching the Cody Garbrandt, Dominic Cruz. That was cool. What were you saying, Cyrus?
Oh, one thing I did notice was, unfortunately, I messed up my toe like before, and now I'm gonna head back in. It's just this one seems a little bit off than the other one for some reason.
Wait, the freshly injured one?
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
yeah. It just seems. I don't know. The knuckles are weird, but whatever. Tape it together. You'll be fine. Go to like a slow class. That's the one thing I enjoyed about the noon classes and like the
Monday in
midday
particular is
classes.
like chill. Yeah.
Yeah, they're chiller. It eases you back in. That's what I did when I wanted to get back in there was find a day that you can have off. Take the midday class. I know they also do some new stuff. They throw you a couple curveballs. Some do some of the judo stuff. Some of them teach you the takedowns where, honestly, I think we've said it before, it's kind of lacking except for specific coaches that really focus on
Yeah.
stand-up.
Yeah, I would like to get into that later, but finish your point.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, what I noticed was one thing that hasn't left me is crazy grips.
You have really good grips?
I don't know why, and I think I was
Well, you're
working on
pretty
it.
fucking strong. Dude.
Yeah, you're a big guy. You're strong.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a little bit beyond that because I remember I was trying to work on them for a while because I noticed that how important they were.
Mm-hmm.
It helps you get into situations or get you out of situations that really suck just because some people don't feel comfortable just hanging in one position because they feel like they didn't really get the guy. And when you hang there, you got that grip on them, and then you slowly see them turn, like the wincing or the wince when they're pain. I don't know what the word is, but I've gotten out of a lot of situations with that. So like I was working.
You've
on my
gotten out of
grips.
situations by maintaining your grips?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's some like weird choke or not weird chokes, like weird grips that I can get people that really it just hurts.
Yeah.
And I sometimes think it's a dick move. But the interesting thing is, I was actually told that people who work out like their grips, they end up hurting themselves in the future because that's where you get the arthritis. That's where you get like all the knuckle pains in the future. And I was thinking about this because of the injuries. Because I'm like, people come into this thinking, oh, this is jujitsu. This is like the friendly version. You're not going to get hurt. It has its own set of little things that you're going to work with.
There's tons of injuries. But
Yeah.
the nice thing about
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu is minimal brain injury.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, I have not gotten injured yet. I've been very good about that.
Haven't
I'm
had any
tapping
big
2
injuries,
seconds
yeah.
in, dude. You got my arm? Tap. Fuck off me.
Well, I find the injuries come more in like weird situations.
Yeah.
Like you're not expecting.
Right.
It's not a submission attempt.
Yeah, I've been pretty good about that too. I have a correction to make too. This Stealing
Everything
Fire
I
book.
said was actually completely wrong.
Yeah. The Stealing Fire book is actually by Stephen Kotler and Jamie Wheel.
Isn't
it's just-
Stephen Kotler the kettlebell guy?
Oh, let's find out.
Kotler. Maybe it's a different Kotler. I thought he's like this old school kettlebell guy.
I guess they wrote another book, and this is just expanding on it. So nope,
Okay.
he's just an author.
Nothing. Okay.
He wrote another book called The Rise of Superman that was really popular, I guess.
Oh, I've heard of that too.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. This is his new one. I guess it expands.
I hear about all these books, but I don't read any of them.
Well, I
I gotta get on the audiobooks.
I keep getting caught in
Audiobooks?
like really long motherfuckers. Like I'm on the Rogan goddamn book club,
Yeah.
and now I'm reading Dead Saint Chronicles, which is some NDE.
Did you ever
book.
finish that?
I'm in like the last 100 pages, and I just can't knock it out. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just keep getting sidetracked.
Yeah.
But it is incredible
Mhm.
for anybody looking to figure out what happens when you die.
Everything that you told me about is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Like every page, every paragraph. Like
Yeah.
the book's totally inspired and totally awesome.
Yeah.
So highly recommended if you want to know what happens to you when you die.
Well, here's the thing: is that did you really pass over, or was it a temporary space in between?
I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
the issue.
I don't know.
You have to.
Is it a
rule for
different
your
ball game
hierarchy.
because they didn't actually die?
Because they didn't finish, they didn't die in for years. You know?
Yeah,
Who knows?
but it's just crazy
I
that
don't-
there's
I'm
that much
saying-
information out there,
Yeah.
and there's that much overlap between stories.
Yeah, no,
Like, they
it's,
can basically map out exactly what happened.
exactly. So
Yeah.
you're mapping out the near-death experience. You're not mapping out
Right.
death.
Right.
You know.
I mean,
But
I'm guessing
I don't
it's
like. I don't like
in the
to
same
presume.
ballpark.
Anybody who says that they know what happens when they die, I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
all right. You know, but that's as close as you can get, I
Yeah,
guess.
absolutely.
You know, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you don't truly know.
It took a lot of the what if out of it for me, that's for sure. Like I was thinking about, well, this makes sense. What if this happens? So this makes sense. What if this happens? And then a lot of stuff was proved right, and a lot of stuff was proved wrong.
Mm-hmm.
At least in the ND experience, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But that's totally off topic.
Yeah. No,
I've
it
heard-
seems like a cool book. I gotta get into. I think I'm gonna just dive in, just pay for a bunch of audiobooks.
I'll give it to you when I'm done. I'll give it to you to read. Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not gonna read it. I have so many books that I've purchased, but I've never taken the time to read them. Audiobooks are the way to go, but then I have too many podcasts. I got to trim out the podcasts so I make space in my audio
Yeah.
library, in my head, in my timeline, so I can actually listen to the audiobooks too.
Right. I
Gotta
mean,
do
until,
that.
until the day I die, I will read every new Graham Hancock book that comes out.
It's pretty dope.
I just fucking love the way he writes. I think what he's writing about is super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I just read Magicians too of the Gods of the goddamn Rogan Book Club. It needs to start
Yeah.
one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. At least make a list.
But it's all
online.
been great stuff. Like, it's awesome stuff. I'm surprised that Stealing Fire, at least to my knowledge, has not. Their authors haven't been on the podcast yet.
Yeah.
Did you
I'll
guys
look
like
into that?
reading the like how-tos for jiu-jitsu and stuff like that?
So far, I've only gotten into Saulo Hibeiro's Jiu-Jitsu University. I haven't made my way all the way through it, but it's helped me tremendously. Because
Yeah,
it
it's
gives
awesome.
you like a roadmap, you know.
It gives you like a framework. Like, oh,
Exactly.
if somebody has your back, okay, well, at least this book shows me one way to get out of it, so I
Yeah.
have something to do.
You have a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you prefer though? Because this is interesting. I've never had any book for jiu-jitsu. I've noticed that some of our friends like would have their books, and they would have actual like videos, like how
You buy
to.
DVDs and stuff, yeah.
They buy DVDs, but it's getting to that point where like jiu-jitsu is so popular. You go on Instagram, you go on
Yeah.
anywhere, YouTube,
Yeah.
and
I
they'll show
think-
you everything.
And there's
I
a
think
bunch of
there's-
crazy shit we got to be careful of.
There's value in investing in one system, whatever the system. I mean, there's better systems probably than others especially for beginners. But taking one system, because then you have all the roadmaps that fit together. You know, not just picking a technique from here, picking a technique from there. It might not blend well together. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like they don't feed off each other. So I recommend doing like one system, whatever it is. You know.
The one thing I liked about
In my expert opinion.
the one thing I liked about the Instagram thing though is the one part where it's instantaneous.
That's
It-
really
it-
cool. Yeah,
it's
you get to
not-
see it. Yeah, real quick.
It's not something that you have to write out. Like if they come up with a new move, you're knowing about it either the day of or like maybe a
Oh.
week later.
Yeah,
I feel like if you have a
it's
new
an
move,
interesting
you
time.
hold on to it for like a couple weeks. You just work people with that new move.
Yeah.
because they're not ready, and then eventually you're like, okay, cool. No, most of the people that I work with know it, so everyone else can know it.
Right.
Next move.
And that's what's so cool about it. That's what's pushing the sport forward, is that nobody's hiding things. You know?
Yeah, it's just constant interbreeding of techniques. I guess.
basically, yeah. Everything's just
Oh,
like
this guy over
super
here learned this
hybrid.
thing. I did a counter to it, you know, because this guy in my gym was doing it to
Yeah.
me, and then we made another. Oh, here's another guard. All of a sudden, you know.
Yep. I mean, you see some stupid shit too.
Yeah,
On social
there's-
media stuff. That's
yeah.
like fancy jumping around like a fucking asshole.
Which is cool. There's a place.
Yeah,
for that,
it's like
but-
that's like the art form of it. That's like a
Yeah.
karate demo.
Yeah, like it forms. And
Yeah,
stuff
that's
like
like
that,
breaking boards.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I've seen a couple that, like, we have a little group chat. All my guys that
And you
do
just keep
jiu-jitsu
pointing
with,
out.
and they just like put them in there, and we just
You
laugh
talk
about
about
it.
like the energy black belts and stuff
No,
where
I'm
they
talking
shoot
about
energy.
even there's some jujitsu stuff that
Oh,
like would
where it's like-
never work
oh,
ever.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? But
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
super cool looking, and
Yeah,
there's like
yeah.
a berimbolo involved or something.
Yeah.
There's one in
to
particular
shit
that I'm
on
thinking
berimbolo.
about. Yeah, that all steady. No, I'm starting to get good at those.
There's an army one that I remember seeing, and it's like this dude jumping on a fool, like standing, and somehow like getting him to the ground.
Yeah.
There's like a couple spins here and there, and I'm like, when are you gonna find a guy standing and like you jumping at him? And he's like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna grab this guy,
Yeah.
and hold him up while he's breaking my arm.
Yeah, I mean the demo portion of it is probably pretty necessary because somebody might stumble on that little jiu-jitsu video and be like, oh fuck, like, look at this, that'll be fucking Superman. Look at this guy jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
Taking him down, taking his back. It's kind of hard talking about the video. You should probably show it because there's one in particular that is super super fancy, would never work ever. Like if you had half a brain and were trying to defend it, like one little like backstep and you just took right out of this whole thing. But that's probably pretty necessary. Like when they go to,
Even when the
like
coach,
when the karate teams go to the carnival and, break boards and do stupid shit.
dude, those are the
Hold on. What was that movie? The Fistfoot Way.
Yeah, that's
What did he
Taekwondo.
say? No. What did he say?
What?
He had this guy come into the gym to challenge fight. This big guy.
Yeah.
And he put his like
Kumite. or whatever.
Kumite, yeah. Kutai.
He's no holds barred.
The whole part he puts in with this like middle-aged woman, this
Yeah.
poor lady. And he just knocks her out. Is she breathing?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, that's
fucking
a-
hilarious.
that's
That's a
an
great
underrated
movie.
martial arts
Anybody who
movie.
hasn't seen Fistfoot Way, do yourself a favor and check it out.
Danny McBride.
Danny McBride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. You think you're tough? You might be surprised at what you get.
You're not gonna like what
With the
this
knife, he sticks up at his wife. Fuck you. If you guys, if you haven't seen the movie, you don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I want to get into back to what you're saying about takedowns and how we don't get consistency with them. I think one of the things that's so I had the tournament this weekend, and again I had a lot of anxiety associated with it. Like when I have all these plans of how I'm going to, how I'm going to do and how I'm going to relax and how I'm just going to play my game. But then once I get in there, I get stiff and I don't express what I do in the gym, It's not the same for some reason. So I figured I'm going to try and do a multi-pronged approach. I'm going to work my conditioning so I'm not afraid to get tired. So maybe I'll open up a little bit and also shore up a couple of the techniques that I feel like are causing a little bit of anxiety and fear, particularly with the stand-up. So I was debating about starting at either a judo school or a wrestling school, because not only will I learn... So at our school, we're learning the techniques, but we don't get a lot of sparring time with the stand-up, which is where you learn how to handle yourself, So, so I'm debating between a judo school and a wrestling school. What do you guys think?
I got an idea.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask one of the MMA fighters that's in your gym?
Yeah, I already told you. Yeah, I was going to do that. I think that's probably the best move instead of asking you guys.
We got both too, though, at our gyms.
Yeah, I was going to ask one of them.
MMA guy.
Yeah.
We have I think a blue belt that did wrestling for a long time, and then
Are you talking about the young guy?
he was the one who was with me when I've messed up my toe.
He was rolling with you?
Yeah.
Oh, really? He did wrestling?
Fat.
Makes sense. He's good.
It's not. Then I'd be surprised.
But my point is that I want a class structured around wrestling or judo.
Yeah.
I don't want to work on ground game at all. Really, I just want to just focus on that.
I thought our guy did that. I think our MMA guy, he's the one who actually did like classes structured kind of more around wrestling than it was.
He does, but we still spar on the ground.
Oh, true.
I'm saying I don't even want to. I want to have a class where I go in there and
it's all
we're just going to
stand-up.
concentrate on stand up
That's judo right
and
there.
takedowns, judo, jiu-jitsu, wrestling. Excuse me. I would ideally like a blend of both. Maybe I can find a jiu-jitsu guy who can. Maybe I should do privates with one of these guys. But then I would like the class structure because I want to wrestle with different people.
And people who are on your level. And
Yeah, people exactly. That's one of the problems I find with wrestling and stand up is that when we do spar from the feet, is that there's a big discrepancy in ability, and it's like, well, no, I'm just getting smashed by what is essentially a black belt at this. You know? And there's no time to learn really. But then again, I guess the argument could be made that white belts at this could just hurt each other too. You know? But like let me go against like a blue belt or a purple belt at stand up. You know. But that's just one of the things that I'm working on and trying to make a decision on. So
no, I do get stressed out too when people are like, "Hey, let's start standing up." I'm like, What?
Yeah.
Why do you?
Yeah. See, all I have is techniques, and
All I have is pull guard.
exactly that's my go-to, baby.
Yeah.
No, all I have is techniques, and then I just get technique overload, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what I should be looking for. When I should just be probably just staying calm and just trying to think of it like, all right, let me minimize his control and maximize my control. But
it's really interesting.
I don't get those.
Because you're explaining things you're explaining how I feel as a white belt, how you feel
on the ground.
Yeah. And you're explaining it how you feel standing up. So like you're a white belt.
I'm a white belt standing up.
Yeah.
Admit. Same thing with kickboxing. When I go to kickboxing sparring, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
That's so funny. There's a black belt who taught a class last week, and he was walking us through how comfortable he feels in different positions.
Yeah.
And he was saying, if I have somebody in my guard, I'm a black belt. He's like, if I'm in somebody else's guard, I'm a purple belt.
Wow.
So he was even thinking about it like that way too. That just reminded me of it when he said that.
Yeah, totally.
Because you're like, I'm super overwhelmed by all the information. I'm like, I'm overwhelmed by all the information.
I mean, I get overwhelmed too on the ground, but like nothing like when I'm standing up. Because
totally.
it's just like, it's like first month white belt. I'm just like, what do this thing? Oh, I'm on the floor, and then there was no time to learn. There's no consistency. At least when we're doing jiu-jitsu, we're going to keep working on the floor for months and months and years, and we're going to eventually get better. But I need a place where I can go consistently and learn about the stand-up, So, Cyrus, if you're down, I'll let you know what I do, and maybe you want to come with me if you want to get into the stand-up at all.
The only thing I have a problem with for the stand-up is I suck at falling. I am the worst. I don't know if I don't do it right.
Well, you're gonna get better at with this. I
That's
bet.
the first thing they teach you, I think, in a judo school. They teach you how to fall.
No,
Break falls.
I did
Yeah.
the judo classes too for a little bit. Like I did
in
a little,
Davis with that lunatic?
Dude, that guy,
Did you do Aikido too?
smells like pork.
It sounds like somebody's been eating pork. It looks like somebody's been eating pork.
Dude, I remember the first day I yacked. So
Wasn't that
much in
Aikido?
No, that was judo.
That was
Really?
judo. I did both. Aikido I did for a little bit just because Aikido, it looks cool. It looks like it does a lot of things, and for the most part,
And it's in Walking Dead.
there's some smart things in there.
Steven Seagal is really good at it.
Yeah.
But overall, it's not as good as like something out there.
Yeah.
From my perspective.
Yeah. There's a YouTube video of an Aikido guy fighting an MMA fighter, and Aikido gets
He
his
got
ass
wrecked.
whooped.
No, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I saw.
There's
love.
got to be something to it.
Those
right?
are like poetry. That's more like,
It's beautiful to watch.
yeah, it's more like artwork.
They even wear the pants that make it look beautiful. You know, where they when they fall, like swims, like well, not swims, but it looks like a flower. You know.
Yeah, it's like you can't discredit them because they're not. I mean, I guess if they're selling it as fighting, I don't really know. Do they sell it as like real self-defense, or do they sell it as like this is some really cool shit that'll teach you to move a certain way and be like?
It's weird. Like I remember when I was taking the class, and like this actually prompts me to think. It was originated because samurai.
Yeah, unarmed samurai combat.
If you lose your sword, you're fucked. So like, they're like some of the techniques are similar to that of like sword strikes and things like that, because the samurai would be so trained doing that strike, they would have this way where like they strike down similar to what they would use. Or sorry, my thing was way similar to like the way they would use strike with a sword.
Well, that makes sense.
It could be that just like with most martial arts, eventually it just lost its effectiveness.
Yeah.
Or
It-
maybe
it
it's still
be-
effective as fuck. I don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck.
some of-
I don't
some of
know.
it's
I've
like-
never done it. I have no experience with Aikido.
Yeah.
Some of it's like disarming too, so that's like a cool thing that might be actually useful. It's like disarming people's key for a lot of situations. It's just it doesn't focus on it too much. So I'm like curious, like where did jiu-jitsu originate for? Like, was it the similar situation of, oh yeah, like I'm a samurai guy with the sword and like I lost it, or is it something like listen,
way after that, right?
I don't
Like-
know exactly when it started,
like
but I
bare
know
knuckle
judo
boxing.
and jiu-jitsu were pretty interrelated, if not the same thing. And then
Right.
judo's focused more on takedowns, and jiu-jitsu started more on the floor.
Yeah.
And then
Could not tell
what's
you
his
when
name?
it started.
Mitsuyo Maeda came over to Brazil and taught the Gracies jiu-jitsu. And
big mistake.
Yeah.
That's
There's your
when
problem.
shit got
And
crazy.
then Elio and Carlos started making it more, I guess more. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, but like I mean,
It was
that's the
made it
cool
more
thing.
about the small guy overcoming the big guy, using more leverage instead of explosiveness.
Yeah.
which is an awesome technique. I think it's just really cool finding out the history of it, finding out because it might actually tell a lot about what you're doing. Like boxing, just
I'm trying to break someone's arm. That's what I'm trying to do.
listen. Actually, you can definitely break my arms.
If I break someone's arm, I'm gonna quit.
I'm not very good at arm bars.
You're not good at arm bars? I feel like before I would give him away like crazy. And like one guy, I remember I rolled with him like 4 times. Every single time when I stuck out an arm, he jumped on it instantly.
What was his belt level?
He was white belt, almost about to be a blue belt.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I think the
was
month
trying to-
later he was a blue belt.
I was trying to wonder if like some brown belt was trying to train you not to give out your arm.
No. But like the dude was on it. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, wow, is it this obvious? Or like this small thing that I'm doing?
You
Like,
gotta have those T-Rex arms.
Get
Keep them
us
close to
out.
your body.
They do like little things like that every once in a while. There's one guy I rolled with who's a black belt, huge dude. And I remember one thing that drove me absolutely nuts. Foot placement.
Mm-hmm.
His foot placement was so money that I could not sweep him because I couldn't figure it out. I
Nice
couldn't get a hold
base.
of it.
They know
Beautiful.
all that shit.
But yeah.
They speak Chinese. We speak English.
What?
You know.
Oh,
We're
they're
speaking
so
a fucking
good that they-
different
yeah.
language. Might as well be
Yeah.
speaking Mandarin.
Yeah, we can just basically form sentences like bathroom please or
Yeah.
like water thirsty.
Food.
Yeah.
No,
they can
yeah.
write essays.
You're right.
You know,
I'm doing hand gestures like feed me.
Yeah.
We're making it all
Martial art
poetic
in
and
terms of
stuff.
a language. You
They
know?
can kick your ass. That's all you need to know.
English.
Want to fight?
All I know is usually they got they their hips all over your face, and you're just like, ugh, no.
Yeah.
And then they got you in an armbar. Congratulations. You smell like nutsack.
Do you guys always train with rash guards?
No, I switch it up. During the summer, I never know what to do because I get really sweaty.
Me too.
The rash guard makes me warmer, which makes me sweat more.
Right.
But I drip less because I'm wearing a rash guard.
Right. What about a
But-
short sleeve rash guard? That's what I was thinking about getting for the summertime.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And it's nice because if you got like an older gi, like it doesn't rub on like sandpaper on your skin.
Yeah.
But I've never minded that too much because usually it'll get sweaty and smooth
It's
again.
funny. It's like once you start wearing them, it feels weird without them.
I always switch back and forth into because
Really?
also in a lot of
haven't gotten too
competitions you're
used to
not
it?
allowed to wear rash guards.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta go bare chest.
Did I go bare chest? Did mine?
Maybe.
I did. Both times?
Maybe.
I think
That's
you did
crazy. I didn't know.
both times.
I
I think
just
so too.
I just made a list of all the tournaments I've been in. I found 11. So I guess
Damn.
I think I've been beating myself up too much with just 11 tournaments. Like
Yeah, man.
I think I've been telling people like 15 to 20. No.
I think you
Like,
said
relax.
you're coming up 20 on a podcast once.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
No, I think I counted them out to 11. But it was hard to count them. I was looking at my emails.
Yeah,
and
chill, man.
Yeah,
Chill.
I'm gonna
What
get
was
there.
it?
Yeah.
Another thing that I've seen people use is they have like these, what do you call them? Like it's like Under Armour, like for the legs, but they have like pads for the
Spats.
knees. Yeah, they have spats, but they have
Yeah.
like knee pads on there too.
That's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
And I thought that was like the sweetest thing ever.
Yeah.
My knees get destroyed.
Let me bang knees.
Why don't you just
on
put a
accident.
knee sleeve on?
Knee.
Just like just the knee area. I wear one every time my knee is like feeling a little crickety. I put that on there.
Or you can buy compression stuff, like 0-point compression.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Oh,
on
nice.
Amazon.
Yeah.
And then you can just use it for whatever you just use. A
I
plane. You
just
can put
want
a
a
spats
full
over
body
it.
compression suit, like
Like the Green Man.
right?
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be better.
Yeah.
You gonna go in a girdle? Isn't that what they're called?
What's the one? The new one? The Spanx. Spanx.
I feel like Spanx is.
Is that what's that?
Runkle was wearing it on Californication. It's like makes your like pulls in your tummy.
Oh.
I'm trying to find a way to get a heart rate monitor on me while I'm doing jiu-jitsu. I kind of want to do that. I have the one where it just sits on your chest, and I felt maybe I can get away with that as long as nobody puts their knee there or something.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty cool to monitor.
If you ever
your-
do that, I'm definitely gonna put my knee there.
If you can get me there, bro.
I cannot. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, but you could. Like that's the weird thing about like
I'm
rolling
not at
with
this
you.
moment.
Maybe you can't target it, but you might get me in that weird position.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have some plans against you that I've been formulating.
You need to stop thinking and just roll.
Right when I got back,
I'm surprised
in,
you didn't just
I
say,
dislocated
"Fuck
a toe. Like, right.
I'm gonna say it again, Cyrus. I'm about to say it.
Say,
Wang.
you know what?
Cry like baby.
Did you ever dislocate anything?
Never, because I train regularly.
That is
And I have
that
more
is
damage.
The
Never, 'cause
exact
I'm the
opposite.
Huh?
That is the exact opposite of why. I feel like you would definitely get one then.
No, dude, because I'm good. Anybody else got anything? This has been a pretty lethargic episode, I think.
good,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah,
No, it's a lot of
nice.
good
I
subject
liked
matter.
it,
though.
yeah.
We're all talking like this. so-
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it is past my bedtime, 10:16
Yeah,
p.m.
right.
Pacific time.
Oh, wow, look at the time.
yeah, I gotta
Man,
get back home.
it is
and handle
actually
some things.
literally past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Well, this has concluded episode 8 of Wipeout Radio. Maybe we'll start advertising, huh? Tony, head of marketing.
We'll see.
Well, hopefully,
Somebody will hear this finally.
somebody will hear any of
Please
these.
don't hear
ever.
this. Please don't. Stay away.
I was just hoping that like somebody might just discover it on iTunes, and that's not gonna happen.
It
We
would just
gotta.
happen naturally with no work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that never happens that way.
The first episode they'll hear is maybe like episode 8 because it's the newest one, and they're like, I don't know, some dude's talking about masturbating or something. Huh?
yeah. You really didn't sell it.
Fuck.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes we talking about masturbating.
I had
You
not
guys
thought
brought
of that.
it.
Yeah.
You guys brought it there.
I didn't bring it there. I asked
You
if you
brought
had
it
any
there.
morning routines, and you're
What
on
else-
masturbation.
what
Next
else-
I
question.
believe I brought it there. I asked
What
him.
routines are there?
I think I asked him outright.
What else you got? Masturbation. What else? Next question.
Next question. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Wow. We're gonna get.
I want my life story.
We're gonna get 2 listeners off this one. I feel it. Just 2 creepy
You're
guys.
My wife.
Yeah. I'm a listener. I subscribe. Anyways.
I actually
right.
don't.
Have
You
a good
don't?
night.
I should.
I just do it just so I can hear like the quality after I put it
It's
up.
weird because when people hear it, they know it's me talking, and then
Yeah, you have a pretty distinct voice.
like a sexy voice.
Yes.
Oh,
I
nice.
just noticed a little description you put on episode 7.
Oh, what'd I say?
Cyrus is training again. Cyrus is injured again. That's
It's
perfect.
almost like I didn't even write it. Like,
That's
it's so weird
perfect.
to hear it.
That's so perfect.
Most of them are about the same. Well, we're talking about jiu-jitsu again.
The one.
Let's start mixing other shit into it too.
The
you know?
one thing
Well,
that
bring
Cross
topics.
everything.
Bring topics.
Yeah, whatever you hear,
Yeah.
bring it in.
the one
We
last
could
have
say
to be
white belt in
jiu-jitsu.
life, you
That's
know?
the
like
best shit about.
white belt bow hunters.
Right.
You know, whatever it is.
the one thing the last thing that still drives me crazy is probably I'm not gonna say it is 100% sure. Probably it's because it got stuck between the mats, and I think it drives me nuts that this is a problem that no one's really fixed. There's like ways to fix it.
It used to be a lot worse. And we fixed that issue.
Yeah.
So we can make a case and come in and fix it all up if you want, but it's going to take quite a bit of effort if you're down. And then there's also an issue of we might move locations too. So
I
do we
think
wanna-
I thought we're definitely moving.
Yeah. So do you want to invest the time into that location, or you just want to watch where you put your
I really
toes?
hope they move closer to me.
Just don't put your
Just
toes
watch
there.
you put your toes.
Just
Dude, actually, I'm serious
just
about
train
that.
more so you know how to do jiu-jitsu.
That is one thing. I gotta work on my active
Because
toes.
I haven't gotten
Those toes need to be more active.
That's now episode 9 will be
active toes?
active toes.
Everybody go home and research active toes.
Yeah.
Come back with it. I've seen it. It's a real thing. I just don't know the
My
details
toes
about it.
are
It helps you
overactive.
drive. It helps you drive and put pressure on them for sure.
Yeah, he likes to drive.
What are you trying to say? All right, this is getting weird.
It's only point.
This concludes episode 8 of White Belt Radio. Peace.
Have a good night.
Later.